All right, I'm here with Tim Credeur. Tim, you got a fight coming up January against Mike Macenzio. How's training going?
Training's going really well. You know, I train year-round. I don't really do camps. I train 2 or 3 times a day most of the time. I have a big gym back home, and I got a lot of fighters fighting under me, so we train pretty hard all the time. That's really the only way I know how to train. You know, one of the things I'm lucky is I love the sport. I love jiu-jitsu and wrestling and boxing, and so, you know, for me it's not a job. Whether I was doing this for a job or not, I would still be doing it 3 times a day. So I'm lucky, you know, in that sense. I've been real healthy, no injuries, and just feel real great, real good going to this fight. I'm excited. Macenzio's a tough guy. He brings it. We're going to be fighting near his home, so he's coming back after some injuries and some surgery, so I expect him to be 100% hungry and ready to go after me. And that's kind of what I like. You know, that's the only way I'm going to get good and fight guys like that, hungry, dangerous fighters. So training's going good. I'm out here in Vegas helping my good friend, Forrest Griffin, get ready for Tito, and been working with a lot of good guys out here for a couple weeks. And I just, you know, I look great, man. My game's really improved so much, even from my last fight with Corey, and, you know, I'm just looking at reinventing myself as a fighter and displaying it against Macenzio.
How, you know, you on Twitter, you seem very enthusiastic about your camp, about your gym and stuff. What's it like? Can you describe kind of your typical day?
You know, a lot of people gave me a lot of flack after the Ultimate Fighter about not moving to Vegas or AK or some big camp, and you know, going that route with my career. And you know, I had a lot of fighters back home that got me to that point and got me to the level that I was at, and I felt like I owed it to them and I owed it to Louisiana to stay there and develop a camp and build a camp that was going to be something to build fighters of the future out of Louisiana. And you know, I've got lucky enough to have some very dangerous training partners from there. Dustin Poirier's a new up-and-coming 155-pounder. He just tapped Hani Liss, a BJJ black belt, in less than a minute. Other than that, the kid's knocked out 5 other people as a pro. Christian Fulgham was on the Ultimate Fighter once, didn't make weight, but he's down there. Jules Bruchez from Ultimate Fighter 8. Eric Scallion's another wrestler from Warburg University. You know, we got like 10 or 15 guys that are fighting regularly, so our camp's just hard in the paint, you know, really hard, rough dudes. When I go to other gyms, I kind of get in a little trouble, piss people off because of how rough I am, and it's no offense, it's just how our gym is. That's how, you know, us white trash country boys are, man. We're just rough dudes, you know. At my gym, you know, yeah, we train, but we fight, you know. It's like UFC fights every day. And you can kind of tell that from the way I fight. You know, when I fight, I'm fighting. I don't mind getting hit. That's just how it is at our gym every day. So I'm real thankful for my gym and for my training partners. I know they're what built me, and I just hope to do the same for them and help build them. But you're going to see some guys from Gladiators Lafayette that definitely are a lot better than me coming up in the next couple years.
Do you like fighting or coaching better? I mean, which do you prefer? Like, if you had to pick one.
I think intrinsically one day I'll end up being a better coach than I ever was a fighter. I don't think I have necessarily the natural talents and natural gifts that you know I necessarily could use to be a great fighter. I work very hard and I train very hard, and you know, I've been blessed to have a good mind and a good sense of the game, and do the best I can with the skills I have and the attributes God's given me. But I see some of these younger kids coming up, and their talent and their abilities is just it's mind-boggling. And you know, I think as a coach, being in the game for 15 years and knowing what to look for, and having a black belt in jiu-jitsu and a black belt in judo, and training with the people that I've trained with and the avenues that I can open for young guys, I think I'll probably end up being a real good mentor, leader, and coach. I'm a pretty good guy. I know what it takes to get here. I know about hard work and dedication. And you know, those are some of the things I can hopefully pass on and build the next generation of fighters. So I think I'll end up probably making more of an impact on the sport once I'm done fighting. But boy, I sure am enjoying getting in some street fights right now. Ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah, now, you've got some history with a couple of guys that are on the card this weekend. You know, your boys, Forrest Griffin.
Yeah.
How do you see that going?
Well, a long time ago, I trained with Tito for a couple of years, and we were good friends. And one of Tito's coaches, Saul Solis, and I had a gym for a long time in Houston, and So, you know, there's some history there. But, you know, this day and age, the sport's the sport. You know, I mean, you know, training partners fight each other, and friends fight each other's friends, and that's just, we're a close, tight-knit group fighters. There's not a lot of us, you know, out there, as many as people think. So, you know, we've all run in the same circles with each other, and really at the end of the day, it's business as usual. You know, NFL players play against each other and smash each other, but they're friends at the end of the day. It's just part of the sport. I'm just lucky enough and blessed enough by God and by my family to have been given the ability and the support system to be able to chase this dream, and I've been exposed to so many great guys. I see the fight going Tito's way just because, Forrest's way, because I just see Forrest have really advanced as a fighter in the last couple months since the Anderson Silva thing. You know, there was a lot of pressure on Forrest, and he really didn't like the pressure, and it was really frustrating him, and there were a lot of things involved with his mindset. After that fight, it really gave him the ability to release a lot of that stuff and really just kind of let it off, like just taking a load off. And since then, his game has just really gone through the roof, in my opinion. And all of his training partners have really expressed the same thoughts. He's just he's learned to love the game again, you know, and that's exciting to see your friend go through something like that and just learn to be a part of the love of MMA, you know, and realize how blessed he is to be here and be doing what he loves to do, and because of that, the level he's showing in the gym is just ridiculous. So I see it going Forrest's way. You know, I think he's going to finish him by submission or beat, or just ground and pounding him out, rough stoppage, late second round, third round.
How much do you think Forrest has grown since his first fight with Tito?
Leaps and bounds, incredible amounts. You know, and that's the thing. I don't really see Tito having made that much growth. He's worked a little bit with Freddie Roach and da-da-da-da-da, but he hasn't been in there with hard chargers like Forrest has. Forrest has done 5 rounds with Quentin. Forrest did 3 hard rounds with Shogun. Forrest did a good round and a half with Rashad, had a tough time with Silva, but you know, in the past couple years, Forrest has just really run the gamut of talent in the UFC in terms of who he's fought and who he's been in there with. And, you know, we haven't seen that from Tito so much. So, you know, I just think it's going Forrest's way because of the experience and just the growth that Forrest has shown.
Yeah, and you know, you've also got some experience with Amir Sadollah, who's also fighting.
Yeah, me and Amir are really good friends.
How do you see that?
Last night, I think Amir's going to win. Amir's got a real good dancing style, and I think Amir can stay away from that first, what I call that hard 3 minutes, which Phil Baroni presents a hard 3 minutes. There's fighters out there that are going to give you a hard 3 minutes. Anthony Johnson's a hard 3 minutes fighter, and Phil Baroni's a hard 3 minutes. So I think Amir has the footwork and the ability and the movement to kind of stifle some of that. And once that fight kind of gets into deep waters, the kicking of Amir is going to really put some problems and some stamps on Phil. And I've trained with both of them, and I see Amir being a little more technical and just having a little better game. So I'm looking for Amir to win it, maybe by submission or by stoppage late in the fight.
Well, Tim, thanks for your time, man.
No problem, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right.